Hey guys, currently nobody's watching this, but I kind of don't care because it's just I wanted to do this video and I don't really have time to do a recording and slap some footage on with it. So we're doing a live video. Probably one of the last probably one of the last live videos in my current apartment, as I am hoping to either this day next week already be moved into my new apartment. Like furniture will be over there, so therefore I will have to be over there because I like to sleep on things that aren't a floor, or be in the process of moving all my stuff. So anyways, so yeah, I kind of broke my whole I'm not going to make any videos in September thing because I want to do this one while it's all still fresh in my mind and everything. So I went and saw the 20th anniversary special edition Digimon movie tonight. The one and only day it was in theaters. First time ever I went and saw a movie by myself too. Like, I'm actually really, really proud of myself because I always felt like that was like kind of like the ultimate like loserdom to go to a movie by yourself. I mean, who doesn't want to go and see a movie usually? Well, I couldn't find anybody who wanted to and was able to see the movie. Like, apparently, again, I live in Rockford, Illinois, and apparently there is a major lack of Digimon fans because there was like 10 to 15 people in the theater. I think everybody else was couples. Well, there was a couple sitting behind me. There was a couple sitting lower. I think there was another. Otherwise, this guy might have been by himself, and there was two in the back. So there was 2, 4, 6, 8, maybe 10 people in the theater, because there was a guy who sat towards the front who was there by himself, but he like kept getting up. Like, I don't think he actually watched most of the movie. It seemed like anytime he would, well, he got up and like walked out, like left the theater and came back like a lot. But it was really cool too, because normally when people do that in theaters, I get like really, really wigged out. And this time I actually wasn't, because I was like so like, oh my gosh, with the movie instead. So, but yeah, I've had some anxieties too about seeing movies by myself, partially because I live in Rockford, and you know, it's not the most well lit area and stuff that the movie theater is. Like, I go and get groceries all the time after a closing shift at work, so like 9:30 at night. And I actually like getting groceries then because there's not as much people in the store and stuff. But there's also a security guard guy who's like always by the door, and like he's actually, you know, like watched me go out to my car and stuff before. And there's security cameras and there's all this stuff. So, and I can park very close. Like, there's like a 2-lane drive space between normally where I park in and the doors to the grocery store. Movie theaters don't have that. Like, you can never park close in a movie theater. I don't know why. You always have to park like way far away because there's always like 50 cars right up front, no matter what time of day you go to a movie, no matter what time your movie gets out, there's always all these cars. And unfortunately, Rockford has a decently high human trafficking numbers, like, and there's been just weird, suspicious things going on. I haven't heard anything really this month, but there was like a lot of weird stuff going on over the summer. So, and sometimes there's still weird stuff going on. Like, I was driving to the movie theater, I was halfway through my intersection, halfway through my turn, and suddenly the car from the other way started going, and he's even looking dead square at me, and it's like, you're gonna hit me. Like, yeah, people are weird. But another thing too that kind of weirds me out with movie theaters, and actually I'm kind of thinking maybe smaller crowds is making me feel better. I went to NIU, Northern Illinois University. I was a student there back in 2008. So I was a student when the shooting happened, and I wasn't on campus that day when it happened, luckily, but, you know, I still watched all the footage live on TV. I saw how campus changed and everything. And then, you know, I graduated like a year later, my first degree. I graduated in 2009 with my English degree. And then I went back a few years later and I graduated in 2014 with another degree. So like, I saw how, you know, everything changed and whatnot. And then I saw like how stuff was still different. And especially my second time there, kids are like, well, why can't we do this? Why can't we have, you know, like Nerf guns on campus for humans versus zombies? It's like, because there was a shooting here. So it's just kind of, I think, a little PTSD thing of like, you know, I mean, there was the Aurora movie theater shooting. So it's like, you know, this shit can happen. So, and I live in a very high crime town too. So it's yay. But anyways, to get into the review and stuff. But yeah, I'm very proud of myself. It took me almost 32 and a half years to go see me a movie by myself, but I did it. I'm very proud of me. Actually, it was nice though, because there was one of the couples that sat up front. Actually, we kind of walked out together. They went like a completely different direction in the parking lot than I did, but it was that was nice. So yeah, the movie was awesome, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna do like spoilers, but well, I might do stuff that might kind of be a spoiler. But if you're a fan of Digimon and thus probably watching this, it's probably not gonna be a spoiler. It was really, really awesome. It was really, really cool. There was one part I didn't like. I had a feeling we weren't gonna see a few of my favorite characters. And they're mentioned, they're like included, but they're not included. And that was kind of one thing I didn't like. I was really hoping like they'd show up. But otherwise, yeah, it's great. Like the music is good. I don't know if there was previous movies or if this is actually the Digimon Tri or TRI, whatever you want to say. If something fell down. Oh, sorry, my apartment is a mess because I'm moving and doing tons of stuff. But But yeah, music was good. The animation, oh my gosh, seeing Digimon on the big screen was really cool. This is what I was saying. It seems like there was like lead into stuff that I hadn't seen that may have been helpful. That was actually why two of my friends who live like an hour away didn't want to come to see the movie because they didn't have time to catch up on everything. And it's like, guys, you don't need to. It's fine. I mean, I even saw Infinity Wars about seeing half of the Marvel movies, and it actually made a lot of sense. So I'm still behind the Marvel movies. I would never get caught up for Infinity Wars before I'm like 50 if I wouldn't have gone with my friends when I had the chance to. So, but yeah, Digimon movie, it was so cool. It was kind of weird at the beginning because it I think it started with the recap, and the recap was subbed, and it was really weird. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this isn't subbed, is it? Because like I don't have a problem with I don't have a huge problem with subtitles, but I prefer dub because that's what I'm used to. That's what I came into with anime, when I got into it 17 years ago. But like I'm trying to read what's going on the screen. I'm like, this is distracting. So that's my big reason for not liking the dub is I get distracted. I'm trying to watch and read, and sometimes it's going really, really fast, and it's just it's a lot, and I just prefer to watch and focus. So, but otherwise, yeah, for the movie, the animation was great, and even too, with not seeing all the stuff from the series, from previous movies, whatever it is, I'm gonna have to figure this out and get caught up on it now because I'm totally on the Digimon kick right now. I'll explain that more in a little bit too. But yeah, what they did for the little bit of recap stuff, actually really, even with it being subtitled too, and definitely missing some of the words and missing some of the stuff on the screen, because I'm trying to keep up with both at the same time when I'm not used to that and I wasn't prepared for that. It still was really, really good filler. It still lets you know, like, okay, bad shit happened. This is where we're at now. They're trying to fix everything. So I was like, okay, this works. So that was definitely that was good. It was weird though too because they like did all of that, and then they did like all this I found out I have not been pronouncing Toei right, so I'm probably still not gonna say it right. It's like it's supposed to be like Toei. I don't know. I'm gonna say Toei because that's what I'm used to saying, or Toei was what I've known for like the majority of the time I've been into anime. So, but anyways, the place that makes Digimon. They did all like their things and did like the opening theme, and then we actually picked up, and then it was dubbed. That was weird. Like that was the weirdest thing. I'm like, okay, good. It's not subtitles, but why was the first part subtitled and not this? I don't know if maybe none of the other stuff has been in the States. Maybe their stuff hasn't been subbed. Or dubbed. I don't know, but that was kind of weird. But otherwise, no, the animation was great. Seeing the characters looked different. I think in the original first Digimon movie, they're kind of drawn a little different too for some reason. I haven't seen that in a really long time, so I might be wrong. But and some of the voice actors were different people. They actually had a thing at the end of the movie because the movie is supposed to go on for like another 20 minutes to be 2 hours long. They had coverage from oh crap. Oh, I can't remember what it was. I think it was Anime Expo because it was AX. Yeah, I think it was Anime Expo. It was the one that they had the huge freaking Dragon Ball Super movie banner in front of the building this year. And Sean Schimmel took a picture of it. It's like, hey guys, look at this. Yes, thank you, person who's actually watching this. Cool. I think it's the first time I've had somebody watching a live video when I've done it. But yes, Anime Expo 2018. Yeah, thank you. First comment on a live video. Yay. But yeah, so they had like Joshua Seth, who does the voice of Ty, and I can't remember the last name, but it's Colleen something, not Clinkenbeard, a different Colleen, who does the voice of Sora, and I can't remember who the other person was. And they had the person who does the voice for TK for this movie, and it's not the person who did the voice for TK in season 1 or season 2 of Digimon. Thank you again, person. Shanassi. I'm not gonna say it right. But yeah, so they had like the new voice of TK, and they commented, too, that some of the other voices were different people, which I did kind of. Thank you again. So guys, read the comments. I got this really nice person who's commenting here, or who's in the chat thing here. Hopefully you guys can see that if you watch this later. Somebody knows our Digimon. I like this. Somebody apparently on Twitter knows my Digimon. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, it was really cool. Like when Ty appears for the first time and you hear the voice, it was so cool. But like I said, some of the characters are different voices. It actually worked pretty well for TK having a different voice because he's older now. I mean, I think they're even supposed to be a little bit older than they were in Digimon season 2. They're definitely drawn to look older. Even Kari and TK do. So, but yeah, it was really, really cool. Again, I don't want to give away a whole lot of spoilers. But of course, you have the classic when it comes to Digimon, and pretty much classic for a lot of animes, the like light versus the darkness thing. So that was really cool. It had a really big message, of course, with hope, and like not giving up hope and everything. And I liked one thing too, because they've always been the Digi-destined. They were destined to become Digi people. They were destined to go to the digital world. They were destined to get their Digimon partners, all of that stuff. And this one actually had a little bit of sort of a different message with that. And like, it's up to you to pick your own future and everything. And that plays out through a few characters in the movie, a couple different parts, a couple different times. And it was just really, really cool. And that was definitely really, really inspiring. That ties in really, really good to actually kind of my next little filler thing I wanted to do. Or my next part, I guess you could say, which is I kind of noticed, like, for the first time, some similarities between Dragon Ball and Digimon. And it really, besides both made by the same company in Japan, and really there's like, because we've had reoccurring now a few times in Dragon Ball. We had pretty much with Future Trunks is where the whole like hope thing comes in at. On my Twitter page, if you go, my cover photo or whatever it's called for Twitter is, from the first time we saw Future Trunks back in Android Cell Saga stuff, kind of the in-between part there, where, they find Trunks' spaceship from the future, not the one that he came into, but the one that Cell comes into. And, it's got hope written on it and stuff. And then I put a quote from Vegeta from Super on there, too. And so, yeah, it is still. And then, of course, like, too, the whole hope thing in Future Trunks is stuff when he's in Super, towards the beginning. And again, Vegeta says that line. And then at the end, too, where he does his little send-off and he's like, hope was always the right choice kind of thing. It was so cool. It just, like, I love that. And then, like, Digimon had that, too, with the whole, like, never give up hope and stuff, too. So, like, that kind of ties in really, really well together. And I kind of liked the whole, I don't know if Dragon Ball really does with the whole, like, you determine your own fate thing, but maybe it kind of does. But I really loved that message with the Digimon movie. So I guess that's kind of my whole thing of where I think the two kind of tie in with Dragon Ball and Digimon is kind of the whole message of hope and stuff. And yeah. So that I love how that one was like 2 minutes long. So kind of my third part, or at least third part that doesn't pertain to my own personal stuff. like one reason, like I was so excited about this movie and wanted to see it so much. And like I said, finally went and saw my first movie by myself at, almost 32 and a half years old. Um, Digimon. Okay. My first technical anime was Sailor Moon, but I didn't know what anime was. But I actually thought I was way younger too, but I didn't really know what anime was yet. But like my first hardcore ones, still love it. Still love every episode of the ones that I like, because I like checked out of Digimon like during season 4 because it was just too weird. Like the people become Digimon now. Like that was too much. Yeah, Digimon was my first like hardcore anime. Like, I mean, I was so into this. Like, I recorded it. If I wasn't home in time to see it after school, I'd set up the VCR because I'm from the time of VCRs. Or I'd have my mom record it for me because she was usually home from work a lot of the time. Sometimes before I get off the school bus. Or if I had after school thing, because I was a nerd and I was in speech team and theater and some other after school nerdy things like that. So yeah, like that was my first one. Like I actually kind of like, would kind of believe I could get like pulled into my TV and go to the digital world with those guys. It was actually my first official, like, I've only really ever done 2 fanfics in my life, and it's the Dragon Ball one that I'm writing now, and which I don't really see it as fan fiction per se, because this could become part of the Dragon Ball series, Dragon Ball timeline. This could happen. I just need to get it to Toriyama. But anyways, I need water. It was smart, and when I went and ran my errands before the movie, I didn't take water with me, and it's like freakishly humid outside. It was like still like I feel like 90 degrees or so at like 6:30 when I left my apartment. So yeah, not being as warm in northern. We had like one day of summer return. It was really weird. Tomorrow's supposed to be in the 60s. Yesterday was in the 60s. Yeah. Welcome to Northern Illinois, where the weather is made up and the seasons don't matter. Anyways, where was I at? Shit, where was I at? Oh yeah, Digimon was like one of my hardcore series. I actually did technically my first fanfic that I wrote. I actually did my own little Digimon where it was myself, some of my friends. I used some of my friends as nicknames. We had, of course, we had like Dave, Ty and Davis character with the goggles. All of that. It's really weird. I actually didn't like my own Digimon character as what I can't even remember. Mine was Carlmon. I had to be like so lame. I even kind of named it after myself, but it was C. I had Jmon. I can't even remember what they all were, but they were pretty cool. And I was actually really good at drawing Digimon decently from like scratch, like not having to like trace draw or anything like that. So that was pretty cool. Like this is again back when I first got into this stuff, so I didn't do like I kind of learned how to do stuff over the years. So yeah, so this movie for me was like super, super, super big. So yeah, like Digimon has always been one of my hardcore animes. Even though most of the stuff I do here online is Dragon Ball. I mean, hello, Sayana Brie, who is she supposed to be? Even though, yes, I know, technically Bulma doesn't have a last name, but I created Sayana again like 17 to 15 years ago, and this book needs to go. Oh, wait, you guys can't see it, but I can, and it bugs. But yeah, I created Sayana back when I was a teenager, so the last name stays because I like having a first and last name. It drives me nuts not having a last name, even though I'm not overly thrilled with mine. So okay, rolling into the kind of the last part. So yeah, it was a very, very good, inspiring movie. I mean, like so much of the movie is like so freaky, like it's dark. I mean, it was like, holy hell, it's even starting off super dark. I mean, like I said, you get thrown into not quite the middle of stuff going on, but like the bad guys already happened and established, and there's a few characters missing because things have happened to them and whatnot. So there's definitely stuff I should have seen beforehand. But again, I think it makes enough sense to jump in and know where things are. So Aaron and Jacob, you guys were dumb or not dumb. Sorry, I don't want to offend you guys, but you should have came. It was worth it. It would have made sense. I'm just going to go and rewatch things later on now. I like to do things backwards. I don't like to do things the proper way. Come on. But yeah, just the whole, like, one reason too I wanted to do this video is, like, I'm so, like, hopped up now because, like, you know, like, I go out of the theater and there's kind of this nice breeze, so my hair's like, ah, and I actually kind of like didn't really quite. I had a spring in my step, you could say. Like, I kind of, there was a car going and they let me go through the crosswalk, so I kind of did the little, not quite run, but like not quite fast walk, like in between speed. And I kind of did that like halfway to my car, and like the wind's blowing in my hair. It's just like, life is awesome right now. I'm so inspired. I'm gonna go home and make this video, and and that's what I'm doing. Um, and it's just kind of one of those, like, I think the last time I felt like this good coming out of a movie theater possibly was like after Wreck-It Ralph, because Wreck-It Ralph was a movie that just, like, it spoke to me so much because I've always been like the underdog. I've always been that person who's never really fit in anywhere. Nothing I ever seem to do is right for certain people, and unfortunately my family, and blah blah blah. So I mean, the Digimon movie didn't have that, but like I said, it had that whole like hope and you know, having hope and not giving up on hope and not giving up, and, you know, creating your own destiny, doing your own thing. And like that just spoke to me so much because, like, I'm starting to leave the movie theater, and it's like, you know, I'm like, you know, I was more worried. I was having more anxiety about going to a movie by myself than the thought about going to Texas by myself in April for Kamehacon. And I'm kind of thinking of doing a little vacation around it too. So like just going to Texas, going kind of halfway across the country, going states away by myself on my own first solo vacation, going to my first real deal anime related convention. I've been to a little one here in Rockford, but like CommandCon's going to be a lot bigger than that. Like, I'm doing all this stuff by myself for the first time in April, or planning on it, and I was more anxious about going to a movie by myself today. But I'm sure too, like, when it comes for me to go on, when April rolls around, I would be like, oh my God, I'm driving to Texas by myself. Why am I doing this? That looked really cool on screen. Um, but like seeing this movie now, it's like, you know what? That's kind of dumb. Like, it was kind of dumb for me to have so much anxiety about going to this movie by myself. And like, you know, it's like I did this. I can see movies by myself. I can go to CommandCon completely solo by, you know, on my own. I can go and check out other places in Texas and stuff, and go on this little mini vacation that I would like to do by myself. I'm planning on within. I was actually again driving out of the movie theater. I'm like, I'm moving to Texas next year. It's like it kind of, not that it had gone away, but the whole like wanting to do Funimation. Like, okay, let me start. The wanting to work for Funimation part had not, you know, gone down. Like, I had a time, I think, was it last month or so, where that was kind of, or July, I think it was July. July was a really hard month, where I was kind of like rethinking that whole plan and everything. And no, my plan, you know, then became when Card died. I'm like, okay, I definitely can't move to Texas when my lease is up on my current apartment, because I mean, I was broker than broke. Like, I had $7 in my checking account last week for a little while. Yeah, luckily payday happened. I'm not doing too great this week either. All my bills are due at the same time. I'm trying to get stuff in the new apartment, and it's just making all this crap for my friend's wedding. Sorry, I love my friend, but at this point it's crap because it's just so frustrating trying to get this all done. But like, yeah, my plan is when my lease is up on the apartment that I'm not even moved into yet. I'm not even going to be living there for a solid year, because for some reason we didn't get the apartment until September. We didn't sign our lease until several days into September, but our lease is from September of this year to August of next year. I don't know why technically it's not starting in October, because we're not paying full rent in October. It seems very screwy to me. It seems like it should be a month difference. So yeah, I'm going to be moving to Texas in a really hot month next year. Yay! But yeah, so my plan is to move to Texas when my lease on the new place ends in a little less than a year. And hopefully I can figure out something for a job, because I'm like, I'm figuring, hey, if I'm living in Texas, that'll should help increase my chances to work at Funimation if I'm already there. But the problem is I have to get a job that can support me living down there. It's this whole like, it's kind of like chicken and the egg thing, or, you know, like they use that reference when your parents tell you to get a job so you can buy a car, but you have to have a car to get to the job. It's like that whole scenario. So I'll have to see how it goes, but like, it's all rejuvenated and all like, woohoo. And I'm all like pumped to like, I can do anything now. And, Like, I actually even feel better about getting all this crap done in time, too, except for one of the colors of melts that I needed to buy more of today. We're out of at my store, and yeah, that kind of sucks, because now I have to drive farther to get them. But anyways, oh yeah, at the end of the movie, too, like I said, it ended like 20 minutes before the 2-hour mark. I'm sure it's not cooperating. They had, again, the stuff from the Anime Expo 2018. Again, thank you, person, for commenting that stuff. I'm not going to try to say your name because I'm probably going to butcher it. I have a very mispronounceable name. My real name is Kara. My last name is, I don't want to say it, but it gets butchered a lot too. So, yeah, I respect people, and I don't want to try to butcher their names because I don't like mine getting slaughtered. But anyways, so they had this little like review thing of them talking. A couple of different voice actors and stuff talking, and then I tried to record it, but I missed, unfortunately, part of it with what that the Colleen O'Shaughnessy was saying. However you say her name. Of like tips for voice acting and stuff like that, and part of hers was, creating your own character, and it definitely made me chuckle. It's like, I've done that. I did that. I mean, hello, Sayana Brief. I've literally created my own character. I voice her, I write her, I've drawn her, I've designed her, I've done everything for her, as well as her mother, her brother, and a couple other characters for the show as well. I've added more. Sayana and her brother, I just don't want to say his name because I just don't want to say his name. I created them, again, way back in the day when I was a teenager, but her mother and a few other people I've added also into the Dragon Ball series thing for the future. They're newer. They've been created this calendar year of 2018. So, actually, I haven't even drawn half of them yet. I think I've only drawn Sayana and her brother, and I've drawn him like once. It's not that great. But I thought that was kind of cool. And then Joshua Seth said, and he's probably one of the first voice actors I ever really got to know, like, his name and this is who he is. And I believe he's also Cyborg 009 too. He has a very identifiable voice, and I like it. But it's interesting because he doesn't, when he talks in real life, he sounds kind of different than Ty in Cyborg 009. So it's pretty neat. I almost said 19. Too much Dragon Ball, if there's such a thing. But he was saying, you need to take care of yourself, and you need to kind of like become the character, but be yourself at the same time, which is kind of cool. Shaughnessy, I did say it right, thank you. But he said too, kind of the same thing that Sean Schimmel said with his interview with Geekdom, was like, when he was a kid, he was making all these weird little noises and sounds and stuff like that. And again, that was really, really cool and inspiring because, again, if you guys have kept up with my stuff, my goal at Funimation is to actually like do the behind the scenes stuff, which I guess technically animation, everything's behind the scenes. But to like, I have an English background. I've been writing for like as long as I can remember, minus a hiatus for a while. I've gotten back into it though, and I've probably written some longer scripts than I have in a long time. But yeah, I'm actually getting kind of geared up now to start working on another one of my original anime series, because again, I've written my own series and stuff in the past, created them, written some of them. I started working on another one, but I'm actually kind of back thinking now. I actually spaced on a part of the movie tonight because I started having thoughts coming to my head about my first original anime series, which does actually take a bit from it was a good amount of Digimon inspired, and Monocoly Nights and some other stuff that was on during that time. So that one might be coming back more now than I was originally planning on it. Woohoo! I kind of drew the characters to look sort of Digimon-ish characters, but yeah, I just oh, sorry, I'm trying to keep this on track, but this was like not planned and not plotted out, and I have stuff I need to do too. But I say that a lot. I know I say that a lot, and I'm trying not to. That's why I like to record and not do live. I caught myself. Anyways, try not to butt ums. So reel it back in. I'm really trying not to do the butt ums. Yeah, to reel it back in. Shoot. Kind of forgot. I'm so focused on not saying but right now. But yes, that was just really cool to know that like that's kind of how he got his, you know, he did the same thing that Sean Schimmel did, and it's the same thing that I do or I've done. I mean, I think I'm gonna like freak the crap out of my roommate because like sometimes I hear like I'm used to being by myself, so like I heard a phrase today, and I'm like the TV said something, and I totally was putting a tray of candy stuff because I've been making I make candy. I was putting this tray in the fridge and I heard this thing and I just like sang a little tune afterwards. Like I do all this weird little stuff that a lot of voice actors do. So maybe I am naturally meant to supposed to be a voice actor, even though I can't do a whole lot of different voices right now. I think I'd be one of those people who like, I'm going to have like 4 and you're going to be able to tell who I am for any character I voice because I can't do a whole lot, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to train myself a little bit, but my main focus to get a job at Funimation is actually, like I said, the writing aspect, the editing, that kind of thing. I mean, I've loved animation all my life. I've been writing pretty much my entire life, creating stories, all that stuff, drawing. I'm not that great at that, but if voice acting would happen, I will totally take that too. It actually sounds like too a lot of them who ended up writing and producing and directing and editing and that stuff actually voiced first. So yeah, well, I will do whatever to get in the door because it's my dream. And as this movie has definitely like kind of, I don't want to say rekindled, but it helped boost it up. You know, we are in charge of our own destinies. I mean, there's stuff that's going to happen and we can't always control it, or maybe part of it happens because of choices we've made. I mean, I had a friend who died in a car accident when we were 16 years old, and if she would have not been speeding, she might still be here. You know, the accident may have not happened. So it was slightly kind of a choice of hers, but at the same time, you know, I don't know. I don't really go with that predestined and all that stuff, but I just I mean, yeah, I'm at this choice where I can continue my life as it is and not really go anywhere, or I can move somewhere else and start pretty much anew. So, and I'm kind of gearing more towards that because I love where I live, but I'm kind of sick and tired of it at the exact same time. So anyways, that's pretty much the gear up of this video. The Digimon movie was freaking awesome. You guys should go see it. Well, you can't go see it because it was a one night only in theaters. So if you missed it, sucks to be you. But definitely go out and buy it when it comes out, whatever form it comes out. And I'm sure it's going to be online at some point in time too. So definitely watch it when you get the chance to watch it. It's really, really good. I highly, highly recommend it. Like I said, animation's good. Music is good. New voice actors did a good job. And I have to say, I think most of the voices of the Digimon are the same. I mean, Agumon is, I'm actually not sure. Joshua Seth, I don't know what he goes by, did a really good impression of Agumon. So in the little thing at the end. So I'm actually gonna have to look up like if he voices Agumon too. There's also a couple other ones I need to look up because like Kyle Habert's name was in the ending credits, and I actually think I took a picture of it. I really have no idea if you're supposed to do this or not, but I took pictures of Vic Moran. I don't know how to say his name either, but he's doing the voice of the guy who does the voice of Broly, basically, I think was also in this. I'm like, I gotta look up who he is because he's the second one listed. So I'm like, is he Matt? Although I'm not sure if Matt's voice didn't quite sound like I remembered it either. So, but yeah, like I said, Kyle Habert's in there. I'm trying to find somebody. I didn't catch where this was recorded at, unfortunately. There was another one too. Oh, Christina V. Yeah, I've seen her on Twitter. I don't follow her, but I've seen her on Twitter a lot. And I know a lot of the voice actors that I follow her. That's why her stuff keeps popping up. But yeah, it was really, really, really cool. Because actually, I thought the person, unless her name is different now, that voiced Kari, I thought her name was like something gray. Either her first name was gray or her last name was gray. But maybe I was wrong with that because it's not in here. And her voice actually did sound quite a lot, but maybe it was the last name and she's got married. I don't know. Like I said, I want to do some research with stuff, but definitely, yeah, go see the movie. You can't go see the movie. See the movie how in whatever format you can see the movie in when you are available to see it. Like I said, I'm sure it's going to be I'm sure it's going to be out eventually, you know, on DVD and Blu-ray and all that good stuff. It's probably going to be on the internet pretty soon too. So yeah, definitely when you get the chance to see it, because you can't go see it in the theaters because it was a one day only and it's over and done with. Definitely go and see it. Oh, and it was cool too because of course with it being a phantom thing, I never say that right for some reason. They had to have some other previews because I didn't realize Ghibli Fest is still going on. Like I thought that was over and done with. Although I guess last year it rolled into November. They showed Totoro for that. Totoro's turning 30 this year. I actually thought that movie was older than me. I believe Laputa Spirited Away is the same year as me. Came out 32 years ago. Actually, just in August, last month, the month we just finished with. But yeah, Totoro was turning 30. I really thought Totoro was older. A lot of awesome things are turning 30 this year. I didn't. I turned 30 a few years ago, but 88 must have been a good year too. Got a lot of friends turning 30. My cousin turned 30. So anyways, Digimon turned 20. Woo! It's actually weird too. I could have actually originally watched that when it was out in the United States, but I'm like, this show is stupid. Anime is dumb. And then all my friends got out of it, and then I'm like, oh my god, this show is awesome! Because I finally sat down and watched it and gave it a chance because I was a stupid kid. So stupid. Matt's voice is different for sure. I was thinking, yes, I'm assuming person who is live chatting with me, you saw the movie too, or you saw the other thingies that led up to the movie. Yeah, I was definitely thinking his voice sounded very, very different. So, yeah, I really, really did too. There was some others. So hopefully this isn't the last one. I saw some stuff advertised like this is it, this is the final thing, this is what ends it all. And I'm definitely hoping that's not true because I really wanted to see some of those characters that were mentioned. I wanted to see them back. Like my thought was just, okay, this is just like season 1. We're pretending season 2 like didn't happen or something because I never saw anything with. I'm just gonna say Davis, Cody, Yoli, and Ken. Like they weren't in any of the preview things. They weren't in any of the trailers. I was seeing something like, okay, it must just be the season 1 cast. We're just like pretending season 2 didn't happen or something, or it's a reboot, one of those. But, we kind of know what happened to them and whatnot. But I wanted them to be in the storyline too, a little bit more than they were. So I definitely hope there's going to be more to come because I really like Davis. I'm the weird person who, once again, I came into Digimon at season 2. I can't start anything at the beginning. I came into Dragon Ball right after the Cell Saga, so like the Otherworld games and then Buu Saga lead into stuff. Like I came in when Goku was dead. I actually might have seen like the last 5 minutes of the last episode, but yeah, I came into the show when Goku was dead. I meet Goku when he's dead. I meet Gohan as a teenager. I meet Goten at the beginning. I got to meet Goten and Kid Trunks. Well, not exactly because Kid Trunks starts as a baby, but I got to meet Goten when all of you guys got to meet Goten. And adult Gohan when all you guys, teen Gohan, officially teenage Gohan, when everybody else did. But I met Goku when he was already dead. And yeah, Digimon, I really got into that in season 2 because actually what happened was, and reruns of season 2, not even the original air, the reruns. I was babysitting these 2 boys over the summer, and Digimon usually we'd watch cartoons in the afternoon, and I got so into Digimon, I actually would like, if they wanted to do something else, I'm like, no, we're watching this show. So yeah, like a lot of those guys are my favorite. I mean, my one cat's middle name, because I'm dorky and I give my pets middle names. Her middle name is Yoli. My cat's Spooky. If you follow me on Twitter, you have seen some pictures of Spooky. Also proof of how long I've been into anime because I have another cat named Yasha, from Inuyasha. But Spooky's middle name is Yoli because I thought that's what I wanted to name her, and I lost naming the cat, so I made it her middle name. That's kind of why they have middle names. But yeah, I've always really liked Davis, and I love Veemon. Love Veemon. And yes, I would actually no. They could have had their Digimon show up, and they didn't do that. So spoiler alert right there. Thank you. I like how they're getting comments. I like that somebody watching this. It's kind of fun. I kind of want to keep going just so we can keep talking, but I should end this because it's 10:45, and I need to make a lot more candy tonight because I'm super behind on candy. And I might be driving all over the countryside tomorrow. But anyways, but but yeah, it's really, really good. Definitely go and watch it. Like, so there's a few things I would like to have different. Like I said, hopefully this isn't the end. I saw stuff that said, "Oh, this is like the tie-in. All this is how it's going to wrap everything up." And I mean, it wraps up whatever was leading into it, yes, but I don't feel like that has to be the end of the story. I mean, like the overall bad dudes might still be out there. So, but yeah, it was really, really good. And definitely, yeah, like I said, if you haven't seen all the lead in stuff for the Digimon, I'm calling it Tri because it's TRI stuff. I feel like watching this movie is still going to make sense. As long as you've seen Digimon season 1, you're okay. So, but yeah, it was so cool. And it was like being reunited with a friend again because it's been a really long time since I watched. I think all of Digimon season 1 and season 2 on cassette tape, or not cassette tape, what the crap, on a VHS tape because I recorded like all my favorite animes back in the day. I also have Digimon season 1 on DVD. It's been a really long time since I've watched any of that. So yeah, it was totally like being reunited with old friends. Like I said, hearing Joshua Seth voice Ty, just having that voice come, I'm like, oh my god, it was so great. I loved it. I loved it so much. I'm like in this wonderful happy place right now. If you watch the very first movie in the Tri series, you'll get a slight elaboration on what happened. All right, thank you. Yeah, like if you didn't see this movie, they covered this. I'll probably know how they end up happening to them to get where they are. But it gets covered. It gets resolved in this movie, person, if you have not seen the movie tonight. So, yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's really, really good. Definitely go and watch it. This video is running way longer. I would like to keep talking to you, person, but I need to wrap this up because I did not want this to be this long. But yeah, it is definitely a good movie. Definitely, however you get able to see it. If you like subs, it's probably out there subbed already. Dub will probably be out here, there, and everywhere. But yeah, it's definitely awesome. I totally have. Oddly enough, actually, I went back to the Dragon Ball Z song from a bridge stuck in my head. But otherwise, I've been like having the little song from. I had it in the end credits. I figured out what it was called, and I can't remember. But very, very good song. Like I said, the music's great, the animation's great. Everything was great. I definitely hope too when it does come out on DVD and Blu-ray and all that stuff that they include the little covered stuff from Anime Expo at the end because that was really cool too. And I really liked it, and I missed part of what Colleen said that I really liked about creating the own character thing. So it was really cool, but. Yeah, I really loved it. The whole creating your own destiny thing is awesome. And yeah, so a year from now, hopefully I shall be living in Texas. That is the ultimate plan. Get car taken care of and totally doing Kamehacon, totally doing it. I was actually starting to think like maybe I shouldn't go to this. It's going to cost so much money and I'm going to be going by myself. Is that really smart? Is that really safe? I was even thinking earlier today, like, okay, I have to make sure I have a good enough car to drive to Texas. Same time, what if my car breaks down while I'm driving to Texas? If I try to do, my birthday is 2 days after Kamehacon ends, and it's like a 14-hour drive from where I live to either Irvine or Flower Mound, one of the two, but they're like not that far apart from each other. So it's basically a 14-hour drive. And I was kind of thinking like I should go to the Gulf of Mexico, because I've never been to an ocean. I'm from Illinois. The farthest west I've ever been is Colorado. The farthest north, I've been to Canada. The farthest east and currently south I've ever been is Tennessee. So I've never been to an ocean, and I really want to go to an ocean. I'm not sure if Gulf of Mexico counts as an ocean, but but it's also like a 5-hour additional drive. And I was like, oh, I could go to the Cadillac Ranch, which is also, again, like another couple hours out of the way. And I'm like, well, this sucks. Because, like, I don't want to, like, super push the car. And I also kind of don't want to spend my birthday driving home or having half of my birthday be the drive home. But same time, if the convention ends on Sunday and I want to be home by my birthday, I got to drive like 14 to 10 hours on the day in between. And that's a lot for a car. Like, I know cars can do this, like to do the whole haul in one time, but it's like, okay, if I drive 14 hours down to Texas and then maybe a couple extra hours to go to the Gulf of Mexico or the Cadillac Ranch or, extra driving for that stuff, I could be doing like 20 hours of driving in 2 to 3 days and then have to do, 14 hours again to get back home. I don't want to kill the poor car. Or I was thinking of taking a couple days before the con, a couple days after the con. But then again, I'll be spending my birthday alone in Texas. when I could be spending my birthday with my friends. So it's kind of this whole, I don't know what I want to do. And I'm kind of glad I have like 6 months to figure it out yet. But anyways, I'm Kara, known here on YouTube and Twitter as Sayana Brief. So yeah, check out Twitter. I have a Facebook page called Just Saying, facebook.com/justsaying4716. Check that out. I also have to pick out stuff for Fan Art Friday tomorrow. Damn it. We do like cool different theme kind of stuff every day, so it's pretty neat. Hopefully I won't have to shut that down next week with moving. I don't know. I gotta get internet hooked up over there. So fun times and stuff and things. So anyways, yeah, thanks for watching this. See the Digimon movie whenever we get a chance to. Super stoked. Next big thing is Dragon Ball Z movie, Fusion Reborn. They had a trailer for that in the Bardock special. Not a movie. It's a special. Geekdom be proud. I got it right. That's going to be in theaters. Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet is going to be in theaters on November 21st, my grandpa's birthday. Yay! I totally actually forgot the dates for the other stuff, but already got plans made to see that. And Dragon Ball Super movie. Ooh, the Blu-rays have extras. Thank you. And Dragon Ball Super movie has officially been announced, guys, January 16th, because the 16th of every month is freaking awesome because my birthday is April 16th. So yeah, woo, we're getting down there. We're like, what, 5 months away? No, that's not right. That would be last month. We're like 4 months. We're like under 4 months away. It's like, woohoo, get excited, yay! So anyways, yeah, thanks for watching this. My one and only video in like over a month. I'm planning on picking up next month in October. I got a couple character ideas. I'm probably going to continue with, well, I've had one, so I guess it's not continuing, but I'm probably going to keep going with my Dragon Ball character theory stuff. Some of it's theory, some of it's stuff I feel like should be fact. I was going to do one on Bulma, on her importance in Dragon Ball, the whole entire series, Dragon Ball Z and Super. I was hoping to get that out by her birthday, but as you can tell, a month later, it's not up, so that didn't happen. I have several ideas for Vegeta. I have several ideas for Trunks. I don't know who's going to be next, but I'm hoping to pick up with that series. I also have other ideas and stuff coming up. So yeah, hopefully a lot of that stuff. I should have better internet, so I should be able to start doing these things more regularly. Possibly also maybe getting some better equipment. I'm going to have a desk. I'm getting a desk. I'm going to have an office. So hopefully that'll be better. But I also don't want to like weird out my roommate a lot by talking to myself when I'm in my room. So we'll have to see how it all goes. And hopefully maybe too, I can eventually get a mic and stuff and really invest into this more. So yeah, just some cool stuff coming up. I'm also hoping to get more into working on my Dragon Ball series again, more drawings of Sayana coming out, hopefully a lot more, maybe some other character develops too. And maybe I'll leak a little bit of my own original stuff for you guys. So yep. All right. Well, thanks, person who's been hanging out with me this entire time. You're awesome. I hope you're subscribing to my page. You can keep all the awesome stuff coming up. And yeah, so as always, guys, take care and peace. Bye. Wow, that was really bad, high-pitched sounding. So, bye. Is it done? No, it's not done. There, it's done.